Hey everybody, I thought I would come online today and give a little update about how things are going with us. Hi there, I'm Kelly, and I'm an American living in Denmark. If you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you could click on that red subscribe button and come along with me on my journey and my channel. If you don't know, that it is March 2020, and in Denmark we have been asked to stay home from schools and a lot of people to stay home from work. And I am actually a full-time university student, and so I am home. My kids are full-time students because they're in 3rd and 1st grade, and so they are home. And then my husband is actually someone who can work from home. So the 4 of us have been home since Thursday of last week, and things have been actually starting to get into routine. I'd say that since I have to now become a homeschooling parent, and I am actually also supposed to be doing schoolwork of my own and webinars of my own. It's been a very hard thing to balance. I could see how, I could stay up late and I could get some things done, but the fact of the matter is that the webinars are at a certain time. It's like a class. And then, of course, if I need to do any work with my group members, that can't be in the middle of the night. So it's very unfortunate that everything kind of has to happen at the same time. We have an office in our house where, I can go and I can shut the door and I can listen to my webinar in quiet. But it's also the place where my husband goes if he has a meeting, for example, with somebody in his company or another company that he's working with. So it's really not all that easy. We're really having to make sure that we coordinate our schedules to where it works out for everybody. It's very difficult. There may be days when my husband has a couple of meetings just kind of sprinkled here and there, and I might have my class, starting at this time, and then I might have a break, and then I might have another class starting at that time. It's very important that we kind of coordinate. And then also, we both are kind of working with our kids to do the whole homeschool thing. I mostly take on the responsibility of doing it. I was a teacher for 16 years. Teaching my kids is nothing new, and it's not anything that I feel that is difficult. I have created a lesson plan because my older son is in 3rd grade and my younger son is in 1st grade of what is kind of age appropriate. So maybe they both do math at the same time, but I have to make sure that I have things for both of my kids to do that are appropriate for their age. We were given a list of websites from one of the teachers, and another teacher said that we could use some of the same websites. I don't know if I'm in the minority of people, but we don't really give our kids internet access. So they're only allowed to be on any type of technology twice a week, and I don't really want to stray from that rule now that we're in quarantine. So I haven't really been using those websites so much. I've just tried to figure out what it is that my kids are learning. They have this website, it's called remodel.dk, but the way that it's set up, which I don't know, maybe it's just difficult for me because I'm a foreigner and I have to figure out how to translate everything, but everything is kind of separated into groups. So it might be like 0 to 3rd grade for one section, or it might be 0 to 2nd grade, and then over here might be 3rd through 6th grade. And I personally don't know what is taught at 3rd grade or 4th grade or 5th grade, and I have no idea what my son is learning with regards to things like grammar and stuff like that. So I've been going online and trying to find some things. Luckily, When I was teaching, I bought some booklets for my students, and I ended up buying some extra, like me personally, just for my, I thought maybe, you know, one of my kids would use it. It was like a first grade book, or maybe it would be something that could help me learn Danish. And it's really just been sitting on the shelf for a couple of years because my older son, when we first moved here, he learned Danish very fast. And so he didn't really need this book. And I thought, well, maybe he'll get it in his class and I don't want him to have to do it twice. But I don't think that their school gave out this type of like grammar book for Danish. So it came in really handy for my younger son who is in first grade now. So he's been using that book. And I've been trying to find some other materials that are similar to that for my older son. I mean, yes, we talk every day about what he did at school, but he's not going to get into detail and say, oh, we went over third person singular pronouns. He's not going to know what that is. I do because I'm a teacher, but you know, so he can't really come home and tell me. It's like, oh, I don't know, we talked about words. So it's not very helpful. And I mean, you don't really think that you're going to need it. And then all of a sudden they say school's canceled for 2 weeks and you're like, well, what do I do now? I know that in Denmark they don't really give homework in my kids' school. So it's very difficult for me to kind of figure out on a whim here of what it is that they're supposed to be doing. I mean, I could base it off of the homework assignments that they've had so far, but they haven't had any. All they've had to do is read. So it's a little tricky. But yeah, so, and I've also kind of based it off of my experiences, you know, teaching third grade, but that's really the lowest I've ever gone, so I don't know what they do in first grade. But it's been interesting, and it's only been 3 days so far that I've actually had to teach them, but I have lessons laid out. Everything's working out quite well, and so yeah, you know, and it's nice, you know, we're having time to make like those meals that take longer to prepare. Like the kids want to make homemade pizza and we're doing that. And check out my Instagram. I have pictures from our lessons. I have pictures from making pizza. I have pictures from other things. You can find it also in the highlights. Anything where I talked about my kids, it's probably in the highlight section where it says boys. But you know, we've really been trying to keep a routine because I think that is so important. We have 2 hours of school every day and there's breaks put in between there. But again, it's difficult when I'm supposed to be in class for 4 hours or 6 hours and I'm doing a webinar, and at the same time I'm trying to get my kids to do something, and it's challenging. So days when my classes end early, I'm trying to maybe do the school in the afternoon and have the kids play in the morning. It's really just kind of you got to be flexible and, you know, just see what happens. But so far so good. So knock on wood that things will continue to be pretty good. The boys go outside, they play in the backyard. We've had some nice sunshine days finally. It hasn't been too cold. I have had problems with my asthma lately, so I haven't been all that excited about leaving the house, but I've had a lot of problems breathing. But I have my inhaler, so I'm fine. And yeah, we have been doing fine with the food that we have. We have a huge freezer, and so we've just had food in there, and so we've been kind of living off of that stuff. We can still go to our grocery stores, and a lot of people have been saying how crazy the grocery stores are. And I know that I've even had a friend post something on her Facebook page about how she went to the grocery store and, you know, the bread section was completely empty. Well, then I go to a different grocery store in our town and I don't see any issues at all at her grocery store. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's certain grocery stores are having more issues, or maybe I'm lucky and just going at times when they've stocked up and I don't feel like anything is different. You know, the kids have also, you can tell that they get a little stir crazy from being in the house. We've been trying to get them to go outside just to kind of blow off steam and just to, get some energy burned off and everything. But it's it really is kind of making it nice, I feel, to be home because it's sunny, and also because our kitchen is pretty much done. I'm not showing any videos or pictures of my kitchen just yet because we have a few finishing touches that we are going to be adding to the kitchen, and I want to share it with you when that is all done. But it is so wonderful. When we made pizzas yesterday, it was just so great to be able to have everything right there, and I don't have to move from room to room and step over things and search for things and boxes and whatever else. It's been so great. So I'm really, really excited about that and really excited to share it with you. But it's crazy. A lot of people are talking about, oh, what are we doing to kind of pass the time? I haven't really had any downtime. I mean, working as a homeschooling mom and taking care of kids and still making food and still doing snacks and and we actually just got the kitchen finished yesterday. So I really had no downtime. And then as a college student, I've got readings I have to do. I have webinars I have to attend. I have homework I have to do, group projects. It's just a lot. I haven't really found that I've had so much downtime. But it is really nice, I think, kind of being at home, and it's nice being at home, the four of us. Last night we had a game night. We played a couple of different games. We've been doing movie nights. It's really extending that Danish hygge feeling of coziness and everything. I mean, it's not that superficial, fuzzy $300 blanket with like these $200 candles or anything crap, but it's just being home with your kids and your husband and just enjoying like time together. It's just that time. So I'm getting a little taste of that. But yeah, that's kind of how it's been so far. Kitchen remodel is now officially done, and so there's the one stress off. I am getting better with my cold. That's another stress that's kind of leaving. I still got this thing going on with my nose, but it's almost gone. Now a homeschooler, and I still love teaching, which is kind of funny to think about how easy it is for me to step into and how much of a good feeling I've had. I mean, 16 years, it's kind of hard to quit that good feeling of being a teacher, even though it's officially been a year since I've quit that career path. But also I think the big challenge is going to be, how do I stay focused with my group and my university? How is it, because they all have other things. I mean, one of my group members, she's a mom with a little kid and a husband who is sick. So it's not so easy. There could be somebody in my group who's single and can meet whenever, but it's just not everybody has the same situation. But my real big goal is going to be how to, I don't know, transition into being an online student. That's something that I never wanted to do. I took this program because I didn't want to do anything online. I like the fact that there's interaction with other people to talk things out. I like the fact that I have a teacher who can give me insights and explain, new things and tell me stories and things like that. So this will be really interesting, having to do a lot of this online. And so we'll take it as it comes. But what about you? What's your situation like right now? But I have to say that I'm really glad that I live in Denmark right now, because I think that the way that they've handled it with putting people at home and, telling people to kind of not, I don't know, socialize as much, I think it really has helped with the spread of this disease. And I really hope the people who have it, I hope they have a fast recovery. And I really send a small prayer out there to all the health professionals who are dealing with the stress of treating people and, with limited resources and with the fear of contracting something yourself. I can't imagine being in that situation, and I really hope that you're all taking care of yourself so that way you stay safe with your mind, body, and soul.
But leave me a message in the comments. Tell me how things have changed for you. What's life like for you? Are you homeschooling? Are you doing your work from home? Let me know all about that in the comments. I hope that you are staying sane and that you are enjoying yourself and you're staying healthy. And I hope to see you again in another video. Take care.